Friday. God, again, now I gotta kill a weekend so that I can get back to being able to work. What are we looking at? Well, we are looking at Terrible from UNIBROUE, 10.5%, a Belgian-style quadruple ale, bottle-fermented ale brewed with spices, and I'm pretty sure I know what one of those spices are. This was from Jim, and the thing is we kind of know it's going to be good because it has that. Oh, I feel that it wants to leave. Let's That's not funny. That's dangerous. Someone could have taken an eye out, Cobra. Ooh, yeah, it's nice and dark. See, this is the kind of shit where already Jay at Elite Ammunition had to put on a condom. Okay, so I don't get ripped on by Mr. Holster and Jack. Oh, probably screwed already. Yeah, it smells like beer. Got some head, Mr. Holster. Yeah, it's darker than Coca-Cola, that's for sure. There's no way that it's going to stop the light from making its way through. It does have a nice sweet smell to it, though. Oh, this is. See, now. It's not like uncommon knowledge that I'm not a gigantic Belgian-style fan of, but I tell you, and I have told you, the very first 10, I think. See, in the beginning, I was like, you just can't give out 10s because if I start giving out 10s now, everything is a 10. But very first 10 I ever gave out was actually for a Belgian-style beer, and I keep meaning to grab a couple of those. I mean, shit, they're like $1 or $1.99 a bottle, and it's like relatively cheap, and it's really good. And this is really good. God, it almost smells like apple and raisin. It's just that's screw talking about it. Let's just drink it. It has a really, really subtle like alcohol warming to it, which I don't appear to be getting any booziness at all. Oh, this is not one that you just want to chug. This is one you want to like savor and enjoy. Okay. What's new and exciting? Oh, the cork. I was like, what the hell did I just kick? Gotta bring the cork upstairs because I think both Christine and Lily were asking me about saving corks for stuff. So, okay, first was Frontline Cigars. Again, Frontline. He's under the weather. He had a get out early on the. Well, it was supposed to be a 15-minute thing. In case you missed it, we did the drawing for the big Tack Pack giveaway to help raise money for Mr. Holster and Jack. Here's the ironic thing. Well, first of all, big congratulations to Mark Peace. My friend Mark Peace. The man from JoJo's Gunworks. And the man responsible, and where did I put it? Oh, there you are. Mark is the man responsible for my, I'm just going to call it the R20 because there's not much G in this. Pretty much all lone wolf stuff. Mark is the one that did the slide work for me. He told me to make sure that I sent along the sights, suppressor height sights, and the vortex. And the only thing he wasn't sure on is how much meat was involved in the slide, because he hadn't actually ever worked on one of these. As always, it's always a challenge to show you, but as you see the work that Mark did, you can, here, go up here. Boy, I tell you, it's almost like, don't even look, just aim it. There, see, if you line up the 3 dots, the Venom's red dot ends up directly in the center of the front sight, and this thing is wickedly accurate, and it's there. And the work that Mark did is just incredible. Mark's a good guy. Mark is the one that's responsible for trying to disintegrate my butthole on a yearly basis with his homegrown Carolina Reapers, Trinidad, and all that. And he was the winner of the big tack pack, 8 months of tack pack bunch, plus a bunch of goodies in there. And here's the ironic thing. Mark, that box is going to be shipped to you in a battle box. Also, as a side note, I received my due to the amount of views you get on your videos, we are no longer advertising with you from Tac Pack today. So I think I did tell you guys that I personally saw the writing on the wall. And that Tac Pack is first they wanted to give me 2 boxes and pay me, and I didn't want to be paid because I didn't want that to influence my decision. I said, you know, if you send me 2 boxes, the second box is probably going to be a giveaway item, which it was all the way up until I started saving those, and they still are a giveaway item. And so I never took their money. This is also the Lone Wolf Ultimate adjustable trigger, and I highly recommend this if you're serious about doing some kind of an upgrade. Not to mention they have all sorts of colors that you can get. And I know some people say, you know, why? You know, I just wanted to do something a little bit different. And why not? That's my thing. Why in the hell not? So this thing, the problems I did have initially were failure to extract, and I believe it's because the tolerances are so tight on these Lone Wolf barrels that I pretty much did what. You know, I carry one, what he does anyway. I polished the feed ramp, and then I took a little bit of light polishing compound. I put it on a pad over a brush, chucked it up in my drill, and I reamed the chamber area out on this. And after doing that, I have not had a problem with this. So a lot of fun to shoot, and I thank Mark. I thank Mark for the awesome job that he did co-witnessing the red dot with the sights. I could not have asked for a better job. So, but yeah, I think I told you the writing was on the wall. You know, they wanted to pay me. They wanted to send me 2 boxes. They did that for a long time, and you know, well over. I don't know how long I've been with them, but you know, it's just another example of what YouTube has. They slit their own throats. I mean, more and more people Mr. 666 XM or XM Hammer or whatever the hell his name is. He has 3 videos up every single day, and he had one from yesterday talking about how you're a dumb fuck if you really want to stay in the social media video scenario like this and you don't have a parachute. Again, every single time I upload to YouTube, it automatically goes over to Gunstreamer, and if I disappear from here, that's where I will be. And yeah, it's just, you know, and I know a lot of those numbers aren't even true. I've had John say, you know, just like a lot of times, if you get too many views and you've already got they're already headhunting you, they're just gonna artificially change the shit. And I mean, it's really an example. I mean, the other channel, look at it, raced up to almost 22,000, and to be honest, all I've done is basically maintain that number. I've had months where John Solar's like, you know, here's the good news. You gained 280 something subs last month. Yeah? The bad news is you lost 742. They said they were cleaning house and they were just non-existent accounts anymore. I'm like, oh, So, yep, TAC Pack is gone, and you know, look at how it's gone down lately, though. In the last bunch of months, they didn't send me the right size shirt. Told me, hey, real people come first. Well, you know, you should be able to satisfy everybody. I mean, what is going to happen next? I mean, is the next thing well, Jolson, how many times did you not receive your box when you were supposed to get it? But you know, and again, I don't want to sound petty, but I'm probably going to delete all of my previous TAC Pack videos. If you know, why should I continue to have them reap the rewards of free advertising when they say that I'm not worth reviewing their products anymore? And to tell you the truth, and a bunch of you guys already know this, it's probably best anyway, because they probably would have axed me, Joey. They would have axed me for sure. Now, Joey, I'm actually talking about that, not asking. They would have axed me for sure after, if they would have sent me this month's TAC Pack, because I seen the videos, and anybody that has seen that, it's a fucking joke. The gun belt is a laugh. The multi-tool is there was nothing in there. I already told you. All I did is I saw the video, and I was planning on that going to whoever the winner would have been Mark Peace. So I don't know. You know, and again, I'm honestly shocked every month that I get notified that a battle box has shipped, because again, look at what YouTube is doing to anybody that they don't approve of. If you're against them politically, you're a gun channel. It's like, oh, your channel's not worth advertising. Who the fuck are you to say? You're trying to tell me that a bunch of us, I mean, even me over here, breaking every possible scenario, because Smile Money's happy to point it out all the time. You know, showing guns and drinking beer. I don't know. Sounds fucking American to me. I'm guessing Budweiser and Chevrolet, which I had happily as an advertiser over here when I was with the Carbon Media Group or whatever that was handling the channel and the extra advertising. Yeah, I didn't have a problem at all until YouTube changed their policies. So yeah, it's. I mean, obviously it pisses you off when someone says, we ain't dealing with you anymore, and you know it's because of a second-party entity, YouTube. But overall, I don't think it's going to be long at this rate. Unless something really changes, unless TAC Pack can pull their shit together, they have really not, I mean, for $50, it's like, that box is, there's just not $50 worth of quality stuff in that thing anymore. And this, like I said, this last month, didn't even get my hands on it. I watched Robin, and I don't remember, Robin Robin Prepper or Robin something. She did a review, and it's just like everybody that I saw do a review on that box is just like, this is complete garbage. And it certainly looks like it was. So you won't be seeing any more Tac Pack videos from me. Bearded CB says third. He's actually second. Smile Money says second. Oh, really looks like third. Yes, Smile Money. Johnny Concho says second. And then Johnny Concho says, okay, fourth. Bearded CB, shit, okay. I will still take third. The rest can fight it out for second. No, you're second. And you can deal with it. Smile Money set him straight. Fu Master 2, I actually caught this one early. Cheers, brother. Cheers, my friend. J-Dog, damn, 1 minute and already 7 comments. J-Dog, you have to let me know. Are we going to do a touch tips? You bring your bottle and I have mine. Otherwise, I want to review it. The question is you'd be driving over here, and we'd be reviewing, I don't know what the 2017 was, but I'm guessing it's either 10.5, 11, or 11.5, like this one is 11 plus. So if you want to review the two of them side by side, and we can pour them and compare them, I'll be more than happy to hang on to this bottle, and I'd love to do a brew review together with you. Let me know. Johnny Concho, who fights over second? A gutter slut. Jolson, this video needs more cowbell and shots. Tardisius, Chuck Berry wrote a great song about cowbell. It's called My Ding-a-ling. Cowbell and shots. Well, as of right now, this is broken, and the other cap guns are buried under some prepper food, some tape, a bunch of pieces for the internal guts of a toolbox that NIHAP bought and used to transport some firearms. And I keep forgetting about that. I got to grab one of those. That thing was honestly like the generic version of a Pelican case. So I'm not going in for the. But again, a heads up, if you have headphones on and it's really late at night. So, you've been warned. Because if I don't do this for Jolson and Tardisius, oof. Frontline, German Ninja, where the hell are you? Hope everything is okay. Frontline, back on top, bitches. Laugh out loud. Intro, babe. Should be the brew, babe. I don't want to take my eyes off of that. You know, Steve, I almost went with a different girl because she was a blonde, and I know you're kind of partial to the blondes. Frontline, thirsty much? Gunwild, top 15, bitches. Well, yeah. Here's the problem. I have been staying true. I have been consuming large quantities of water, and I've been reaping the rewards for it. So, which means I could take that upstairs, and I'd have to. No, we don't. Tripping on gun parts, even though they're toy gun parts. I'd have to take that upstairs and fill it twice. So I owe myself at least 2 of those in water. And last night during the live, and I have to say that was a fun time. I mean, I know it doesn't come as a surprise to a few of you, I'm sure. My plan was a 15-20 minute video tops. We'd talk a little while, let the chat room populate, and let people find the live show. Bring up the the Excel spreadsheet of everybody that was in, and hit the button. I told John I was leaving it up to him how many times I hit before it counted. Sorry, Sharky from across the big pond. If we would have stopped at 2 clicks, he would have been the winner, and then I would have a great big pile of parts sitting next to a awesome painting that I still have to figure out how to get it from here to there without it costing. Right now, I believe my cheapest quote was $350 to mail it over to him. Maybe we can just do like one of the movies I really like is the remake with Rene Russo and Pierce Bunghole, the Thomas Crown Affair. There's a scene where like the painting is in a frame, and next thing you know, it's been rolled up and stuffed down inside of something. It's like, wow, I think that painting would probably have been shot to hell. And same with this, if you know, it's because of the paint on it. It'd probably, I know it'd crack if you tried rolling the thing up, but Frontline again. Wow, the sudden change in Brew Babes all of a sudden gave me some mad wood. Jorn, I think you're also from across the big pond, I believe. Do you really support this Donald, and why? Jorn, I know you're not. You don't seem to be a fan of anybody political, and I get it. But we're still friends, and you know, I never, to this moment in time, unless it's the other person, I have never lost a friend over politics. One of my oldest and dearest friends is a complete fucking libtard, and no matter what kind of form of logic you can use, it doesn't ever change. And now it's just a gigantic hate on. Yes, Jorn, I do like Donald Trump. The question that I would more or less have for you, if you were in my shoes, what is the option? I mean, the last time around, I would have had to vote for Hillary Clinton. That ain't ever gonna happen. Not a fucking chance. I will vote for the biggest piece of shit Republican versus any libtard Democrat. Never. I've never voted for a Democrat in my entire life, and I'm not about to start. Is there things about Trump I would change? Sure. There's nothing perfect about any president ever. You know, people go on and on about how great Ronald Reagan was. Well, fuck that. Ronald Reagan was the start of some of the biggest infringements on our rights. And my biggest issue that I have with Trump is exactly the same thing. And I realize that he's a poker player to the end, and sometimes he says shit, and people like us, we get all excited, and it turns out he's just fucking playing them, and it doesn't turn to be. But I'm a narrow-minded person. I put this country first, and our right to bear arms. Because as soon as we give up our right to bear arms, we're going to be fucking ushered into the ovens. We're going to be standing alongside a road, taking a bullet to our fucking brain, and our bodies dump into a shallow grave. Fuck that. People like the fucking idiots in Virginia and all that shit that's going down, it's just, I don't care. I don't care what laws, rules, whatever you want to pass. Free men do not get down on their knees. And again, go ahead and try to fucking prove it. But I don't beg our government for fucking permission for shit that God and our founding fathers granted us. Is Trump perfect? No, he's not. But compared to all the rest of the choices, I'm not feeling the burn. Fucking Biden, that fucking dipshit, he'd be lucky if he lives long enough on his own to make it to running. Put Hillary back in there? I mean, I'm sorry. How many laws, how many fucking things do you have to do illegal before you finally pay the price for it? Personally, I hope she's in fucking constant pain all the time, because it's called karma, and it's spelled ha, 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 Hope that answers the question. I've never, to this moment in time, I don't think I've ever voted for anybody that I went, yeah, I'm 100% behind him. Again, I'll stand behind you and support you, only as long as you outweigh the other opponent. And as of right now, Donald Trump has outweighed the other opponent. And as far as our country goes, the lowest black unemployment record in history. The unemployment, there's so many things that they don't talk about in the news because, it would make Donald Trump look good. So, Jorn, yes, I 100% support him. But there's still shit that bothers me, and right now it's mostly any time that any of these people want to come for my guns, and I know what the typical response is. It's like, some redneck hicking his fucking guns. Well, again, go back in history and ask anybody around Hitler how that giving up your rights and your ability to protect yourself. Our founding fathers didn't give us our guns so we could go after a fucking deer. Grow a goddamn brain. Oh, what do you need 30 rounds for? I don't know, because politicians travel in groups. Oh, this was just a coincidence, Jorn. I'm not doing it to mock or piss you off, but I have my MAGA zine in my firearm, the one that's like, bitch. And I would never ever put this on my AR pistol because I respect our government. Fucking cunty bitches. Smile money. When the water helps with cardio, as you run frequently up the stairs to the toilet. Yeah, that's that. Yeah. I've been hitting my saw palmetto from Mrs. Nyhap, and it's been a lot. Honestly, Smile money. It's been a lot of water. If I drink my 32 or 36 ounces of coffee within an hour or two, I have to double that too, because I know coffee and alcohol are not considered a liquid. Even though if I crawled across the desert, I bet you a beer would taste fantastic. So yes, Smile money. I've been large quantities of water, and I pay the price. Yeah. At the job site, we've got 3 bathrooms. I mean, if you consider the same scenario I have here, laundry tub. Job site has 2 bathrooms, and there's only one working one right now, and it's the one upstairs. So by the time I got to work today, I had my my big 40 ounce or whatever the hell the thing is, 40 ounces of water, and I drank at least 20 ounces of it before I put the ice and the water in it to take it with me. So the very first thing, no Joey at the truck stop jokes lining up here, but the first thing I have in my mouth every morning is at least 20 ounces of water. But yeah, and then think about that, Smile money. All that extra water has equaled extra cardio. Oh my God, God, and again, I talked about this. J-Dog would know exactly what I'm talking about. I would happily switch to having water when we have lunch, but we're working in Soup Town, Superior, and that water, it comes from Lake Superior, the same as if I go to the tap right now, but they do not know what they're fucking doing in Superior. It's like ass water. I bet you if you took a shit in a toilet and then just filtered the chunks out and put it in a glass, it'd be tastier than the water that you get out of the tap in Superior. So I can't do that at lunch. I can't. So that's why I've been bringing extra amounts of water with me. So today when I got in the truck to come home, I fired myself up a Isla del Sol, and saw something slide, bunch of empty ammo boxes. I just got done filling an empty ammo can with 40 cal. Thank you, Mr. Holster. So now I have a whole pile of recycling going on in there. So I loaded up on water as I was getting in the truck to go home and lighten up my cigar. And by the time I had run to the second bank, I was like on the freeway. All the rest of the cars, because it's snowing once again. The 52 inches of snow that we've had up to this moment in time. It's supposed to snow all day, all tonight and tomorrow. So by the time I was on the freeway, I didn't care that the rest of the traffic was going like 40 miles an hour in the 55 mile an hour zone. I was going like 90 because I was about to piss myself. Smile money? Every party needs a pooper. That's why they invented Christine. Party pooper, basement pop. Yeah, 44 Magnum basement pop. Boco Loco, boom and stuff. Don't push it. Stalker Steve, 20th. I'm a loser, but I got a 350. Yeah, he sent me pictures of his new build. His exact quote was, "You can stuff your 300 blackout up your ass because this is going to kick it." Smile money. Pizza deliveries haven't learned the Uber surcharge trick. Well, you know, we're up to that modern age here in town. There, Smile money. I can get Uber deliveries, food dude deliveries, and that's how you take a. Hey, JR10 Desert Gold. Those look familiar. Must have been feeling really insecure. I got the extra mag in my front pocket, and the other mag with the this one's staggered. This one, actually, no, this one's not staggered. This mag is all rest in peace rounds, and that's because I got Ed's gun on and my armor guard holster. What was the question? Oh, yeah. The way to add a $20 charge to anything you want to order in food, because now everywhere delivers, and if you want to pay the price. Stalker Steve. Or you could put an extension on the belt, the holster you got from Ed. But Stalker Steve, the problem is it's more than just the skinny part. It's also looks like it's about a 3.5-inch leather, and that goes. I thought about that. It's just a little bit more complicated because of the way it is. J-Dog, yes, water is good. Cutting way back on pop and corn syrup drinks is definitely helping me with my weight loss. But I love carbonated, caffeinated drinks. To tell you the truth, I'm not really a pop, soda, wherever you are, like you idiots that call everything Coke. I mean, how do you order a Mr. Pibb if you ask for a Coke? I'll take a Coke Pibb, a Pibby Coke, a Mountain Coke, a Dew Coke, a Coke Dew, whatever. So I'm not really a pop or a soda fan. Christine always buys me a couple of gallons of Tropicana, orange juice, and then the strawberry lemonades that she gets at Walmart. Smile money. I thought you would have brought a Highland cow back to replace Shelby from Mr. Holster's ranch. Brass, hell, I think the bidding would be more brisk on the steak from the steer or bull that would not stay in the fence. It was the cow that wouldn't stay in the fence, and that was the roast. And the chili, the world famous Mr. Holster chili, that was freaking good. That was made from the bull. The reason that the bull lost its existence is because it charged and hit the side of one of his horses. And I believe, unfortunately, the horse that was lost on Sunday. So, because the bull be bad, the bull be dinner. Stalker Steve, why didn't you just man up and bite the sliver out? Or maybe mommy can do it. Actually, Steve, I made an attempt. What? I barely was able to do it with a tweezer, you schmuck. Real Cobra Burnout. You got to leave out the hot toddy and cookies for the mailman, so he will stop playing kickball and hide the package with your deliveries. Hey, I snowblowed a path from 2 houses down all the way to 2 houses on each side of me, so that fucker can take care of my packages without being a little bitch. Chill prep. I don't think this one's going to be going live before the show, though. Real Cobra Burnout, 53 minutes and 21 second mark. That will be another 10 for the boom. So you're going to charge me? You're going to charge me for saying boom because it was in a comment? Question mark? Steven Hobson Led, you know that your little Google thing listens to you and sets ads for you. Excuse me, Mrs. Sharkey. Based on what it hears. Here comes ads for KY and butt plugs on a wish. Steven, it's difficult to get in the 200 Ale Club since I am asleep at that time. Wade, Big, Regnite Papa, 204. I weighed that my sophomore year in high school. Packed tight and abs of steel. Insulin restraint, diabetes, sucks balls. Insulin resistant. Oh goody, Mike's out. Maybe he'll do mine. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. See, right now I'm obviously going backwards, but right now it's 218, and actually I haven't Smile Money. I'm gonna have to check that shit, and J Dog, because I've cut out shit. Honestly, I know this come as a shock to you. Other than last night, I had 1 beer while we were doing the live thing. The only thing I've had to drink is what you guys have seen. Alcohol based. There's been a lot of water. Yeah, almost entirely water. I've, because of the brew review, I get to the owing me water category that all I can have for the rest of the night. And of course I have a big glass of water within 30 minutes of heading upstairs to go to bed. So that's good until about 2 to 2, somewhere between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm up to tinkle. Wait again. While watching the Thursday review with my wife, she remarked that I say fuck a lot. So fucking lootly. I do, was my answer. Crazy Scotsman, holy legs on the intro, babe. Yeah. They all lead to the sweet spot, my friend. Crazy Scotsman, here's a shocker. Whiskey. I'm gonna have to, really shortly, I'm gonna have to tap into that special big bottle of whiskey from Mr. Holster. You know the one, Mr. Holster. Whiskey, what do I do? What do I do here? We got the single malt Scotch whiskey, single grain Irish whiskey, That one's fucked up, spelt wrong. Bourbon, Beacon Bourbon, a personal favorite. Just a side note, that's also spelt wrong. We have the, and that one's spelt right. The Chivas Regal from Mr. Holster. That was his dad's private stash. You know, that stuff that stopped aging in 1972. I gotta stay away from that just for Sharky, though, because I don't want to deal with the wrath that he came all the way over here to see me second and that bottle first. But we still have to empty some flasks. So what's still in play? 12? What did I say about 12? Oh, that's the one I had last. 11 I said was a heavy hitter. Is that one? Oh, yeah, here we go. My original thoughts were 11 was really good, but I thought it was 100 proof. Oh, yeah. Scotsman, you dirty bitch, you. It does. It packs a little bit of a punch. Nihap. Number 11. It's got some good flavor, though. Maybe influenced by the beer. I'm getting a little bit of a, like an oaky maple with it right now. Okay, wait again. I worked as an assistant manager for RPM Pizza, Domino's biggest franchise in the early 80s. Great memories. My company provided health insurance paid every time of my first two kids being born. The insurance at the ambulance service was also worked for and paid for. Would only pay for actual delivery. I had 2 full-time jobs and a part-time job those days. Wow, that's like super gay. Crazy Scotsman. Hey Google, how many porn sites are there?
I don't understand.
How many porn sites on the internet?
My apologies, I don't understand.
Take a fucking guess.
My apologies, I don't understand.
Hey, would you like me to stick some analies in your butt? Sorry, Scotsman, that didn't work out. Mr. Holster, everyone is a smaller guy than you. Everyone is a smaller guy than you. See, I'm never sure with him if something was a compliment or a rip. Mr. Holster, I should have shared my diet with you. I'm losing 5 pounds a week. Mr. Holster, I do not want your diet, okay? I would love you to have my diet. Mr. Holster, mind over matter. Grasshopper, we shall get together and we shall take our positive energy as our group. All of you, everybody out there, even Joey, take your positive energy and we focus it into one small ball. See? And then we send it to Mr. Holster. And then in 8 years, we laugh. I know, this is going to sound cruel. In 8 years, 6 to 8 years to be technically accurate, in 6 to 8 years, we laugh when Mr. Holster has to have his cataract surgery. Scotsman, the goal is set at 6K, but I will probably increase it later. I will not stop until we make sure that Mrs. Holster is taken care of course. We all hope our dear friend Mr. Holster makes it, though. Yeah. I mean, here we are talking, Mr. Holster's probably hearing me say this, but absolutely. The number one goal is for that prick to live easily long past when he has to have his cataract surgery. And if you missed why I'm saying that, is because one of the side effects of the laser thing was you might have to have cataracts, and it was just like he could do nothing but chuckle. At that point in time, he was telling me he wasn't sure he was going to make it home again, let alone in 6 to 8 years have his cataract surgery. So, yes, number one goal is we help Mr. Holster pay for the fuel and the medical bills because his copay sucks dick. And a worst case scenario, and I'm sure he's more than happy to hear us say that, is we continue making sure that Mrs. Holster doesn't have to have the worries that she obviously has right now. It's easier said than done, and it all happens with support. And I know a lot of you don't care, but when there's something offered up, I'm not gonna lie. You have no idea how badly I would love to have the Vepper rifle that used to be owned by Mr. Holster, because for me, my entire collection can go bye-bye, but the ones that are sentimental to me will go nowhere. I mean, I don't care. I'll be that guy on the corner with the cardboard sign that I'll work for food. I'll take whatever, because but I'm not gonna sell a bunch of the firearms that I have, and most of my collection right now is all down to things that have some kind of a meaning. I mean, right or wrong, again, You can honestly stuff it up your ass if you think that my life will ever be to a point where I would let something happen to firearms that I have in my collection that came from my friends, and especially people like Ed, who are no longer with us. To me, that the firearms that I have from him that either he gave me or I bought will go to my kids, and if they don't know by now that those stay in our family, then they'll never get it, and unfortunately I'll be gone, so I won't be able to control those actions. Mr. Holster, Blackhawks are bigger putts. Crazy Scotsman, no discussion on brew and time it takes you. Jack is slacking. Scotsman, I have zero fucking interest in the new Glock. Just another piece of crap from them once again. Crazy Scotsman, just because? Shut the fuck up, Joey. Scotsman, I guess since I didn't do the Two-Hearted Ale Club whiskey, you owe me one. I'm in show prep here, and it's historically factual that drinking way too much before the Locked and Loaded show equals some bad shit. I mean, I have some permanent damage in this monitor due to a alcohol-induced Locked and Loaded show. Not to mention Christine has had to finish a few of my shows. Yeah, don't judge. Shit happens. NIHAP, why don't you open your own independent pizza store? The New York crew would gladly consult with you on the proper taste and texture. Yeah, that... I got someone upstairs that absolutely loves cooking, and, if you added some things to the lineup to go along with the pizza, I'm sure it'd go over well, but there seems to be a small thing called capital that's missing from this thing right now. My friend, the DFC, comment identifying as first. So I'm sorry, guys, if I was to pretend I am a liberal libtard at this moment in time, Frontline, I apologize, but you are no longer first. DFC identifies as first, so we actually have to give him that. So, Frontline Cigars, a bummer, but you're second. Sharky from across the big pond. Intro babe, fantastic. Love the Blackhawk 10mm of yours. Haven't seen the 4 classic brew babes in a while. Yeah, I would reduce this so you could see, but I don't understand what happens sometimes. I got the brew babes got adiosed, and my theme was converted back to the Veyron from the upstairs system. And all I can think of is Microsoft said that there was a problem with my account, and I had to verify my my password, and it took the 4 brew babes away. But no, trust me, I will put them back. Sharky, only took you 22 minutes to notice they were still showing the classic 4. I've been shouting at you for at least 20. Now those are some brew boobs. Damn. Sharky again. I so couldn't care less about the Glock 22 long rifle monstrosity. Looks like they're trying to cash in on the conversions that are already out there. Most of those are shit, so they might actually make it. I just wonder if the 22 slide will work on a normal 19 frame. Huh. Actually, to save people money, it would have been smart if they did that, wouldn't it? Sharky, you're onto something. Frontline. Now, this whole time you've been shoveling, have you had a cigar in your mouth? Yes! Yes, Frontline. Ask Mike next door. The whole time I was out there, I had a cigar rolling. Did you hear that loud thump? That was the uneven cement, and as he was going along, it hit that, and it's good for a good kidney puncture. Jose, Mr. 27, fuck California. It's a minimum of 3 for a pizza delivery. Fuckers. Mr. 27, brew boobs, nice. Mr. 27, blast from being last. Are you on the same video? Okay. Blue Thunder on the wrong video. Sounds like you dropped your Bobcat off at the post office to get it fixed. Yeah, pretty much. The mechanic that we had. Well, see, it depends on who touches it. Our Bobcat has now spent 2 weeks, and nobody can fucking figure it out. The guy that put the starter in it originally put it in it 20 years ago when it was owned by the previous owner, who I know. His name is Brian. And he actually, coincidence is, he's actually the house next door to where our project house is right now. So when he saw me rolling around in the backyard in the Bobcat, he came out and said, I used to own that. And I was like, interesting. So yeah, our guy, Tony, who I'm trying to get to fix my cab so that it stops bouncing free of the frame, he put the original starter in it 20 years ago. Now our other group of happy-go-lucky idiots, they have put 2 starters in it in the last 6 months. Gunwild, I thought the tube of Anales was open when pre-dawn flour, put it in your glass. Oh, no, that was just simulated. Like I would fucking drink Anales. Joey would, because it's usually on a cock when Joey gets it in his mouth. Gunwild, my jaw dropped when Christine called the basement the man cave. When she is so adamant about calling it the cave. Way to keep her in line. That's right. I mean, I'm sorry. Does anything laying around here just tell you, Christine, that's fucking right. Get your ass back up to the kitchen. You know why the toe kick is only 2.5 inches deep? Because women have really small feet. Oh, I'll be here all week. Blue Thunder on the wrong video. AT&T and CNN, same company. Can you hear me now? Jerry with the last comment on the right video. When they brought you home from the hospital when you were a baby, were you 204? Shut up, asswipe. Okay, well, this is a really big bottle, and, okay, hang on. Standing in this Two-Hearted Ale is the last of this. Let's discuss this, though, before we move on to the Two-Hearted Ale Club. Specialty brew. Terrible. UNIBROUE. I don't know how long Jim has been sitting on this, but this is honestly something that he probably could have had around for years, and it would still be more awesome. 15 IBUs. It is. It's very mild, but it is just packed full of flavors. Product of Canada, eh? It's imported into New York, but we won't hold that against it. Jim, not only do I really like the fact that it's 10.5%, but this is outstanding. This is really good. I'm going to give this a 10, and it's in a genre that normally would not get me giving it a 10. And I'm sure they're probably okay, there's definitely probable maybe that there's a I'm sure there's a coriander in it. But it's just so well balanced. I'm not even another beer with coriander in it, and because it just says spices. Terrible, well balanced ale, rich, complex notes of fruits and spices, involving a pleasant wine flavors, roasted malt finish. Yeah, it's definitely like grape, raisin, apple. You know, I'm getting all of that out of it. But yeah, it's everything that its proof is, or percentage. Sorry. Definitely give it a 10. Thank you so much, Jim. Now we're gonna hit the Two Heart Ed Club. And we got 4 of you in here. Smile Money. Oh, good show prep is happening. This is what the 200 Ale Club was made for. More drinking. Why can I just hear the sarcasm in that comment? J-Dog, Heart Club. J-Dog, Squirrel. Nyhap, Whiskey. Come on. Seriously? Gunwild. Don't think Axel, it makes my dick itch. What movie is that from? Don't think Axel, it makes my dick itch. What movie is that from? Cheers, Two-Hearted Ale Club. I can honestly say that doesn't sound familiar at all, but it's probably something I probably should know. Hey, did I mention how awesome this stock is? I mean, or could be if it was on my my AR pistol. But you know, of course, I would never ever deny what the man says. Otherwise, as a home sweeper, it's still sweet. Actually, I can't wait to get out and try this, even if it's up at dead on, just to see what that brake does. Okay, I'm not ignoring it. Whiskey. My knurling is messed up. Whiskey. Okay, what do we got? Empty. Oh yeah, I just had number 11. 6. 6, I gave it a 5. 3, I gave it a 7. Fuck that. That's empty. That's empty. Good God, how's all this shit get emptied? That's empty. 10. 4. What'd I give 4? 4, I gave a 4. Wow, how'd this flask end up like this? Oh yeah, this is the one from my previous when I was married to the hooker. 4, I said good flavor, mild finish, and on the 1, 2, 3, it got I rated it 4. So 4 is a 4. Nyhap, you prick. I mean, love you. Now, right now, today, yeah, it's good flavor, but I wouldn't actually list this as mild. Wow, when we're doing these, I gotta do one at a time and not be influenced by the beer to possibly mess it up. Okay, and that is what it is. I guess we can hang out a second and see if where are we? Oh yeah, there's a shock. It's over an hour. Let's see if we hit the refresh button. Oh, I'm glad I hit the refresh button. It's Mr. Holster. 1:20, and he contemplates his first whole beer ever. Sans tinfoil? Contemplates his first whole beer ever. Oh, I got my tinfoil cowboy hat. Axel. Don't think Axel. It makes my dick itch. Wasn't that a character from Beverly Hills Cop? I don't know. There's alcohol involved. Okay, guys, cheers. There's probably going to be a brew review. Maybe J-Dog will get back to me. Either way, I'm sorry, the cowbell will have the suppressor that the ATF can stick up their fucking ass, because that I didn't ask them if it was okay to have one. So, remember guys, the link is down below to the fundraiser for Mr. Holster for Mrs. Holster. I appreciate you going over there and draining your children's college fund. Cheers.